The last couple of years? Yeah. Well, it's taken me that long to write the album, so that's what I've been doing really. It's just writing the album, developing, gigging. I graduated last year, so I've been full-timing from last summer, full-time musician.
How's that been?
Yeah, it's been good, man. It's been a long time coming, and it's nice. Yeah, it's really nice.
You kind of made yourself a space in the scene as well. You know?
Yeah, that just kind of happened, I think, when I moved to Nottingham about 4 years ago, and I got residencies at local places and running open mic nights from sort of the word go. So, yeah. All
I'm saying is people invested in you. They trust you. They know they're going to get a good night. You know, it's not by accident you're running so many, is it?
Well, I don't know. It's not for me to say, really.
So tell us a bit about the album then. When's that coming for a start?
When? The 28th of June out.
When you grow up, what will you be? My father said to me. I gave my reply swiftly and dry, and spoke of eternity. He said to me, son, don't be a fool. Life is too fleeting. He told me the truth, that money is false, wealth comes from vanity. So I took this perspective and I cast it aside. I became introspective. I was lost in my own mind, and I'd hope that you'd sympathize and see things from my point of view. I'm growing older each day. It's time I choose. I wouldn't bend, I wouldn't break in the face of decay. Death can be hard for those you leave, but life is worth the pain. And I'd hope that you'd sympathize and see things from our point of view. I'm growing older each day. It's time I choose. Time to decide where I go and what I say before I die. And I keep falling to my knees. I'm facing forward into the breeze, 'cause I am getting old. Time is sinking, and grab the heavy rope you see and stumble up to your safety. You are on your own from now on. And why should I stay when I'm not welcome? Heavy words for anyone. I'm not what I used to be. The world keeps changing around me, and I can't seem to hold on. I was once young, I was once free, I was once in love, but now it's gone. I think, where would I be if I had you now? So I will descend silently like a leaf that
Fulcrum?
Fulcrum. I feel I can't really say this without sounding pretentious. I think that comes with the occupation of being a songwriter. But fulcrum is a word that means the pivotal point. So it's kind of about the scales of life from Egyptian historical culture, and it's the fulcrum is the pivotal point of when you make that decision to do what you want to do, or you make a decision to be who you want to be, or write the music that you want to write, or whatever. It's applicable to anybody, really.
Yeah. So that's the point in space and time where you decided you were going to make this album, you were going to pursue music.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, yeah. I think it's more a sense of the type of songs I was writing before and the type of songs I'm writing now, and just where I am in my life at the moment. Like, I didn't really know where I was going to head or what I wanted to do. You know, did I want to be famous or did I want to be, you know, in the limelight? And I learned that I didn't, and that's where it's come from, really.
The actual making the music was way more important than that sort of nonsense.
Making a living from music and making a life from it. Yeah.
Yeah. So tell us a bit about the album. What sort of style, what sort of vibes have you got going on there?
I've thought about this a lot, actually. The only way I can describe it is progressive. Because you listen to the songs, they're not exactly what you'd expect from like a folk singer-songwriter. They're very, I guess you could say they're kind of, there's a bit of rock happening in places, but only in the sense of like structurally. Yeah, it's very, very progressive.
That's what you mean. If people are used to seeing you, particularly say from busking for open mic nights, they might have a particular idea of what you're going to be doing. You're planning on surprise them a bit. Yeah,
I think so, especially with all the band stuff that's happening on the album, because that's never happened before. I've never had any sort of backing of any sort. It's always been me, and to realise the songs in that space with the band, it's drastically different to what anyone's ever seen before. So I'm really excited to unveil that. It's funny, whenever I go into the studio, whenever I record anything or realise something in a studio space, I always get inspired to write more songs. So finishing the album, I was immediately just thinking about what my next album was going to be, or what the next kind of songs I'm going to write.
I see it as a transition point to the next album, not to this one. I'm with you. Yeah. That's awesome, dude. That's the way to go.
So this is a new track. This is called Molly and David. It goes like this. Molly and David broke into the stables, but she would not dirty her dress. She told him to wait there until he could find her a ring for her finger to wear. Meanwhile, a promise was broken. Our heart was branded unspoken, yeah. So come on down, see how this story ends. Morning came, a stranger she found in the bed. She didn't know his name. She hoped to see him again. The hunger will hide the shame, but nothing will take it away. And there was nothing that anyone could say. And nobody saw her again. David returned on a cold Sunday morning, nervously stared at her door. And he knocked politely, ever so quietly, so not to disturb her sleep. He patiently waited for what seemed like ages, but no answer did he receive. He shouted down Main Street, where is my love? But no answer did he receive. So come on down and see how this story ends. The morning came, he woke with no one beside him, and he didn't know his name, but he hoped he would make her happy, and tears will numb the pain, but nothing could take it away. There was nothing that anyone could say. David was down and Molly was gone. Save your love for another day.
Where are people going to find you online for a start?
Not at the normal places. Like you won't find it on iTunes, you won't find it on Spotify. You'll be able to get it on Bandcamp, because that's I'm a big fan of that website. But yeah, there might be some stuff when the album's out. You'll be able to download it from Bandcamp and maybe some other sources. But mainly, I'm just trying to push the hard copies really, because I'm getting a lot of those printed, and I do a lot of busking, and that's going to be a thing I can then sell and forward my music onto other people when I'm busking. So yeah, that's the main reason why I've done the album really.
Mm-hmm. Are you proud of it?
Yeah, very much so. I think it's kind of exceeded all my expectations of what I thought it was going to be, and yeah, like I had expectations of what it would sound like, and it's probably just as good, but it's totally different to what I could have imagined. Because I just went into the studio, and most of the time I was on my own, so all of the production stuff and all of the writing that went into the production was done by me and the engineer that was in the studio at the time. So yeah, it's
shout out to Tom.
Yeah, Tom Smith. Yeah,
Paperstone Studios.
He's a big part of the creative process. So I really appreciated him being there. It's nice to have someone to bounce ideas off and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm really pleased with how they've come out.
I know you got Mark finishing it off.
Yeah, Mark Reeves is doing the mixing, the mastering, and again he's been a huge part of the creative process. And that's what's overwhelmed me really, is the amount of people that have wanted to get involved with it and wanted to get their teeth into it, you know, creatively as well as me. You know, Mark and Tom both see the album on the same level as I do, which is a super nice asset to have when you're trying to create that